Hi everyone, it's Monday and I still miss you all so much. I miss school, Mrs. Wright misses school. We're here at my house. You'll see my family room right behind me. I was going through some books and I found another book that I wanted to share with you that I read to my girls a long time ago when they were young. And it's a book about school, which I thought was really appropriate for now since we're all missing school so much. It's called Lilly's Purple Plastic Purse. Maybe some of you have seen it before. It's written by Kevin Henkes. Lilly is a little mouse. The very beginning says, Lilly loved school so much. She loved pointy pencils, she loved the squeaky chalk, and she loved the way her boots went clickety-clack down the long, shiny hallways. Lilly loved the privacy of her very own desk. She loved the fish sticks and chocolate milk every Friday in the lunchroom. And most of all, she loved her teacher, Mr. Slinger. That made me think about sharpening pencils for you all and being with you at lunch and how I miss those things. Mr. Slinger was as sharp as a tack. He wore artistic shirts, he wore glasses on a chain around his neck, and he wore a different colored tie for each day of the week. Wow, said Lilly. That was just about all she could say. Wow. Instead of greeting students or good morning pupils, Mr. Slinger winked and said, howdy. He thought that desks and rows were old-fashioned and boring. Do you rodents think you can handle a semicircle? And he always provided the most tasty snacks, things that were curly and crunchy and cheesy. I want to be a teacher when I grow up, said Lilly. Me too, said her friends, Chester and Wilson and Victor. I think I've heard some of you mention that you might want to be a teacher when you grow up too. At home, Lilly pretended to be Mr. Slinger. I am the teacher, she told her baby brother Julius. Listen up. Lilly even wanted her own set of deluxe picture encyclopedias. What's this? What's with Lilly? Asked her mother. I thought she wanted to be a surgeon or an ambulance driver or a diva, said her father. It must be because of her new teacher, Mr. Slinger, said her mother. Wow, said her father. That was just about all he could say. Wow. Whenever the students had free time, they were permitted to go to the light bulb lab in the back of the classroom. They expressed their ideas creatively through drawing and writing. Lilly went often. She had a lot of ideas. She drew pictures of Mr. Slinger and she wrote stories about him too. During sharing time, Lilly showed her creations to the entire class. Wow, said Mr. Slinger. That was just about all he could say. Wow. When Mr. Slinger had bus duty, Lilly stood in line even though she didn't ride the bus. Lilly raised her hand more than anyone else in the class, even if she didn't know the answer. And she volunteered to stay after school to clap erasers. I want to be a teacher when I grow up, said Lilly. Excellent choice, said Mr. Slinger. One Monday morning, Lilly came to school especially happy. She had gone shopping with her Grammy over the weekend. Lilly had a new pair of movie star sunglasses complete with glittery diamonds on a chain, like Mr. Slinger's. And she had 3 shiny quarters. And best of all, she had a brand new purple plastic purse that played a jaunty tune when it was opened. Look at her. Can you see her with her glasses on? And she's holding her purse and the music notes coming out. You might recognize those from Mr. Gravetti's music class. Lilly wanted to show everyone. Not now, said Mr. Slinger. Listen to our story. Lilly had a hard time listening. Lilly really wanted to show everyone. Not now, said Mr. Slinger. Let's be considerate of our classmates. Lilly had a hard time being considerate. Lilly really wanted to show everyone. "Not now," said Mr. Slinger. "Wait until recess or sharing time." But Lily could not wait. The glasses were so glittery, the quarters were so shiny, and the purse played such nice music, not to mention how excellent it was for storing school supplies. "Look," Lily whispered fiercely. "Look, everyone. Look at what I've got." Everyone looked, including Mr. Slinger. He was not amused. How many times have you brought something to school and you wanted to share it, and Mrs. Wright and I have to say, maybe during sharing time we can do that. "I'll just keep your things at my desk until the end of the day," said Mr. Slinger. "They'll be safe there, and then you can take them home." Lily's stomach lurched. She felt like crying. Her glasses were gone, her quarters were gone, her purple plastic purse was gone. Lily longed for her purse all morning. She was even too sad to eat the snack that Mr. Slinger served before recess. That afternoon, Lily went to the light bulb lab. She was still very sad. She thought and she thought and she thought, and then she became angry. She thought and thought and she thought some more, and then she became furious. Do you know what furious means? Really angry. She thought and she thought and she thought a little bit longer, and then she drew a picture of Mr. Slinger. Oh no. Can you see the picture she drew? Right before the last bell rang, Lily sneaked the drawing into Mr. Slinger's book bag. When all of the students were buttoned and zipped and snapped and tied and ready to go home, Mr. Slinger strolled over to Lily and gave her her purple plastic purse back. "It's a beautiful purse," said Mr. Slinger. "Your quarters are nice and jingly, and those glasses are absolutely fabulous. You may bring them back to school as long as you don't disturb the rest of the class." "I don't want to be a teacher when I grow up," Lily said, and she marched out of the classroom. Do you think she was still upset? I think so. On the way home, Lily opened her purse. Her glasses and her quarters were inside, and so was a note from Mr. Slinger. It said, "Today was a difficult day. Tomorrow will be better." There was also a small bag of tasty snacks at the bottom of the purse. Lily's stomach lurched. She felt like crying. She felt simply awful. Lily ran all the way home and told her mother and father everything. So what do you think? She's feeling kind of bad for how she acted, isn't she? Instead of watching her favorite cartoons, Lily decided to sit in the uncooperative chair. "I'll stay here a million years for Mr. Slinger. Why does everything always happen to me? 1051, 1052, 1099. That night, Lily drew a new picture of Mr. Slinger, and she wrote a story about him too. You see the new picture that she drew? Let's see what she wrote. Lily was really, really sorry. So everyone forgave her, even her parents, even her stinky baby brother, even her especially incredible teacher. And then the sun shined its smiley face down on everyone and everything, even the bugs and the worms. The end. And look, there's Mr. Slinger. It says, "Listen up, I forgive everyone." And on the side here, she says, "I am really, 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 really sorry." Oh, look, now down at the bottom, can you see that? She says, "I'm an author." I know some of you have been writing really good stories. Lily's mother wrote a note, and Lily's father baked some tasty snacks for Lily to take to school the next day. "I think Mr. Slinger will understand," said Lily's mother. "I know he will," said Lily's father. The next morning, Lily got to school early. "These are for you," Lily said to Mr. Slinger, "because I'm really, 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 really sorry. I think she's feeling pretty bad right now that she drew that mean picture. Mr. Slinger read the story, and he looked at the picture, and he read the note, and he sampled the snacks. Wow, said Mr. Slinger. That was just about all he could say. Wow. What do you think we should do with this, asked Mr. Slinger. Could we just throw it away, asked Lily. Excellent idea, said Mr. Slinger. During sharing time, Lily demonstrated the many uses and unique qualities of her purple plastic purse, her shiny quarters, and her glittery movie star sunglasses. And here she's talking about her purse and her quarters and her sunglasses. Then she did a little performance using them as props. It's called interpretive dance, said Lily. Mr. Slinger joined in. Look, here's kind of a funny picture. He's dancing. Wow, said the entire class. That's about all they could say. Wow. You think they were surprised to see their teacher dancing? It's kind of funny. Throughout the rest of the day, Lily's purse and her quarters and sunglasses were tucked safely inside of her desk. She peeked at them often, but did not disturb a soul. Right before the last bell rang, Mr. Slinger served Lily snacks to everyone's delight. What do you want to be when you grow up? Asked Mr. Slinger. A teacher, everyone responded. Lily's response was the loudest of all. Excellent choice, said Mr. Slinger. As the pupils filed out of the classroom, Lily held her purple plastic purse close to her heart. Mr. Slinger was right. It had been a better day. Lily ran and skipped and hopped and flew all the way home. She was so happy, and she really did want to be a teacher when she grew up. See? You see all of her classmates here? That is, when she didn't want to be a dancer or a surgeon or an ambulance driver or a diva or a pilot or a hairdresser or a scuba diver. She had lots of things that she wanted to do. Look at all of the pictures of her. So I thought this was a really fun book, but it really did make me miss school even more. So I hope that maybe you might take some time and write about what you miss about school. Do you miss lunch? Do you miss recess? Do you miss writing, reading? We did so many fun things. So we'll be anxious to hear and see what you've written. We've really enjoyed the pictures that you've shared with the class and hope that you'll share more. So in the meantime, remember, be safe, stay healthy, listen to your parents, and we'll see you soon.